Hey friends, it is Sonia with big trucks passing by from the Junk Monkey. What's happening out there tonight, my friends? It's Friday night, right? I'm pretty sure it's Friday night. It's Friday night! Let's craft, let's DIY, hang out with, as Matt loves to call it, the mild bunch, not the wild bunch, okay? So here's the deal. So I might have a sickness. I might be crazy. Hopefully Matt's not here because he's gonna totally say, "Yep, see, told you all along." Hey Bridget, hey Laura. So here's the problem I have, the sickness I have. I have worked here all week, every single day, slinging paint, painting things, packing boxes, everything to do with paint. And it's the end of my workday when I probably, I could leave and go home at this point if I really wanted to, right? But I'm like, no, I must stay and paint more. This time paint for me, right? And get to jazz up my front door. So I have been in this location, downsized last year from a big 7,000 square foot building to like a 700 or so, the entire thing. So it's not a big space I have. But there's one thing I haven't messed with yet since I've been here, and this is the door. Now, don't get me wrong. I love me just the classic door, right? I mean, it pretty much goes with everything. Somebody painted this door before. I can see it was white before. Then they painted it black over the top of it. And it's got dents and dings and scratches, okay? So if you were up close, you'd see all kinds of dents and dings and scratches, and it's used and abused. You can see the texture of the paint brushes. You can see some paint droplets and runs and all that good stuff. Okay, it's good. It works. It works. But you know what? It could be better. So I have been thinking for a long time on this. Okay, these are the things that keep me up late at night. My Junk Monkey sign is outside, right outside that door, and it's got a wooden blend that I did on it, and it's out there. And I'm like, I could totally make the door match it, right? Put my Junk Monkey spin on it, and have it when my door's closed, it's gonna look like it matches, right? And plus the door just needs some love anyhow, right? So I am going tonight to jazz it up because I can't keep my hands off a paintbrush. Susie from Pittsburgh, girl, what you doing? Kathy, hello, how are you? Hey Karen, hey Marlis, how are ya? So anyway, this is my life, okay? Plain, you know I'm not a plain Jane, right? I need some color, okay? Listen, we need some color here at the Junk Monkey. So we're gonna Junk Monkey this door up tonight, and so here's what I started to do, okay? Because you guys are gonna be like, well, what's the steps, and how did you do this? And for those of you who are joining me, new maybe, never even joined my crazy channel before, I am Sonia Miller with the Junk Monkey, and I like to paint things happen, okay? I love to paint till the cows come home when I should be going home, and still making things beautiful. So I wanna show you that if you have a front door, you hate it, you're over it, it's tired, and you just want a quick flip, let's get this party started, okay? Darlene from back home in Newfoundland, girl, I am sending love through the miles, all through Atlantic Canada, across on the ferry, hitting the island of Newfoundland, okay? I get to go home next month. Back to Newfoundland, Canada. And if you've never been there before, I promise if you stay tuned into my channel, you're gonna be there because I'm gonna take you with me. So here's what I did so far, okay? Thank you for sharing. Trudy, Matt is actually doing a drop-off right now, so I don't think I'll see him at the Junk Monkey because he has to go in the opposite direction, so I'll meet him up a little bit later tonight at the house, right? So what was I saying? I don't know. What was I saying? Vicky and Donna, hello. So yes, I was grabbing a sand pad and I was basically buffing this up, okay? Let me put down this wreath that I've been holding over here. This door is wooden. It was painted white, now it's painted black. I don't know what kind of paint's on it. It's shiny, glossy. My guess is probably an oil-based paint with some hardeners, but it's used and abused. You know what I'm saying? For me, as a Junk Monkey painter, I didn't have to worry. I don't have to question what's on there. I just know it's gonna work out, okay? Yes, I get to go back home because I cannot wait for it. So anyway, I've been holding this thing, and if Matt was here, he'd be like, put that thing down because, say it with me, it looks Blair Witchy, and apparently he doesn't like it. He doesn't have the same passion as me for stick-looking, primitive wall art, okay? Let's say it that way. Hello, Wanda. Yes, I am Anna. Thank you, Ciandra. Thank you for sharing. Oh, that's what I want to say. Let's do a giveaway. I think somebody out there should get, let's do a $25 gift card to shop on the Junk Monkey website at junkmonkeypaint.com. And before I leave, don't let me forget that I want to tell you something as well that's new over there, okay? And it's really cool. So anyway, let me put the Blair Witch Project down over here. Yeah, this door needs some help, seriously. All right, let's get rid of that right now, okay? So here's my first step. Don't know what paint's on here. All I know is I got a sand pad. These are the same ones that are on my website. This is the grit that I like to use because it's good for ripping off things, for distressing, and for also prepping, okay? So you can see like some of the white worn stuff here. Basically, I'm just buffing the door all over, okay? Say it with me. Jimmy buff it, all right? We're Jimmy buffing it up right now. So basically, if you've ever gotten nails done at a technician station, what they do, they buff your nails just a little bit before they apply the polish, right? So it gives your door extra tooth, extra teeth. It gives them, like, I don't know. It gives them molders, okay? It gives them like fangs. I don't know. It just basically opens up the wood pores and makes the door a little more accepting, okay? So I'm just gonna do that. Just like that. Just, when I say buffing, I'm not getting out my electric sander. Dang it, if I got out the electric sander, I'd probably start ripping through layers of paint, and then it would look all weird and peeled back and all kinds of weird stuff, right? Yes, Michelle, you know what I'm saying. All right, that's it, okay? That is, that's my prep right there. Don't judge me, that's my prep right there, okay? So, like I said, for this look, I'm going to go to mirror my sign outside, which I did a blend. So if you guys have seen my blends before, this is a treat because you get to see it on a door, and to remind you how easy it is to make some really cool looking doors, okay? Like faux wood rustic doors, okay? Vicki, you're never too late, girl. All right, so look, got some antique lace. This is our chalky style paint. So when I'm gonna paint a door, I'm gonna grab our chalky style paint because Mr. Pickles is the monkey with the muscles. Miss Petunia, she is the girl monkey on our milkshake milk paint, and she gets a wild hair. You never know what she's gonna do. Could I totally paint this door in like a gorgeous milk paint color, let it dry, and then watch some chippiness happen and I have a total chippy, yummy door? Yep, totally could do that. But tonight I'm gonna go with something that's a sure bet. I'm gonna go with the chalky style paint. So this is the brown as well, okay? You painted your door, Linda. Blue slate, oh, I bet you that's beautiful. Oh yeah, blue slate is like a denim color. That would be gorgeous, okay? So I've got black, I've got my candy bar brown, and I've got my antique lace. And all I did is take out a really expensive tray. You know these really expensive trays that I tell you guys about? Yeah, you can get them all at the Dollar General. But you will have to pay like $2 for 200, okay? So I just want you to know that, all right? Thank you so much, Lisa. That is the business. I love it. Yep, it's a wooden door with multiple paint colors on it, okay? Don't even know what the paint's on it. Don't really care. We're just gonna make it beautiful. So I got a plate to basically, think of it like, you know, when you get one of those plates that has the sections divided off, you do a little bit of the lace, a little bit of the black, and a little bit of the brown. So when you see me do this technique, you can totally go ahead and mirror this with anything you want. Oop, I missed a question right there. Yeah, so all you gotta do is make sure you seal it, which guess what? Guess what's the news, guys? Junk Monkey has its very own sealer. Yes, it does. A water-based polyacrylic protective finish. And so you can bet your bee's knees that's what I'm gonna seal with. Okay, less talky, more worky. Let's get to work and make it actually happen, right? So, okay, shabby chip brush. So I'm gonna make use of that black that's already on this door. I'm gonna use a shabby chip brush, which gives me little peekaboos of what's underneath it because I like black, brown, and antique lace, okay? So I could start anywhere on this door, but I'm gonna knock out the hardest first, okay? It's like anything, eat the frogs first. Like do the hardest part of your door, the hardest part of your day first, get it knocked out, get rid of it, and then move on, all right? So I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit around these pieces over here because I want that to be done. So by the time I get to them, like I am not messing around with that stuff because this is the boring part where you have to take your time and actually go around edges and stuff, right? No, I don't tape it off either. I don't tape it off either. I know. I'm crazy like that. All right, let's go around the doorknob as well. Honestly, if you get some on the doorknob, just take your finger and wipe it off. It's, you know, all of our paints are water-based and they stick like I don't know what. But if you get it before, you know, it really sets up, it's no big deal. So there we go. Now we got our doorknob knocked out, right? Just put some color into it. And that way, when I'm painting and do my effect, I've already got those two hard parts done. Done, 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 diddy done. All right. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the peephole. Who has a peephole on their door? Right there. It is kind of cool. I never had a house that had a peephole on the front door. So when I'm in my shop here and it's late at night and somebody sees the lights on and knocks outside, I'm like, who is that? I sneak over to the door and I look out and be like, are you a scary serial killer or should I let you in? Do I recognize you, right? So this, my friends, right here, this is a very good thing. All right, so let's get some paint around that just so we knock that out first, right? All right, there we go. Now when you do a blend, here's where you start to kind of like get a sense of where sealers in our store. Here locally, walk in and grab it or get it online. By the way, today, if you're make sure you grab it online, okay? Because today is, tonight at like 11:30 Eastern Standard Time is when that code that has been active since last night expires. And so you get $5. Since it's a brand new product that just came out, you get $5 off your first can that you buy, but it expires 11:30 Eastern Standard Time tonight. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and get started. You see me all here? I'll work right here. All right, so I load up a little bit of everything on my brush. Little bit of everything on my brush. Like basically your brush hits a little bit of everything, okay? It's like, you know, if you don't want casseroles to touch what's too late now, people. We got it all on our brush. Right there. Right there! All right, so I'm doing this to match my sign outside. I want to play up some black because my black lettering is on my sign out there. So I'm using my Shabby Chip brush and I'm just blending my colors all together. Now if I want to, and I'm like, I think I'd like a little bit more white in that. I just would dip my brush in just a little bit of the brown, a little bit of the white to keep it moving, right? So you can basically, you know, you can like go as intense as you want with the most color that you want to see. So when I start this process, my Sonia blend, I'll call it, is I kind of start with something and I go, all right, that looks good. And I can go back and I can work it over if I want. But the key is keeping your paint wet because our paint does blend so nicely. So if you have multiple colors on your brush, it's really not hard to get this look, right? And just keep it wet. All right, so I'm just gonna go in right here. But I don't have to go in so close because I've already did my work of laying down a little bit of something, something right there, right? Yep, the code, if somebody wants to put up the code to help everybody else, that would be awesome. It is banana peel 5. Banana peel 5, banana peel 5. So if I want more black, I'm just gonna add in some more black. Right there. Now let me get started on this and I'll give you a few extra tips that you're gonna need, especially if you're doing something like this at door. All right, let's go ahead. Get the blend going down there already. And guys, I did take a before photo. This is gonna look freaking amazing. All right, freaking amazing. All right, so didn't care what paint was on here. It doesn't really make a hill of beans to me because all I know is I pick the color that I wanna go. And the Junk Monkey chalky style paint sticks to fake wood, real wood, all that stuff, right? And who cares if it's already a painted surface? I get a lot of questions and you guys will say, hey, what happens if I found a piece that was already painted? Doesn't make a difference. You just pick the color you envision it in and you go. So you saw all I did when I started was take my sand pad and just rough it up, right? Now, you don't, when you're doing this blend look, which looks beautiful on tabletops, I mean, absolutely gorgeous on tabletops. It's funny, somebody messaged me today and they said, how do I get the streak look? And I'm pretty sure that this is probably something that they're talking about, right? But remember, if you want to see more black, pick up black on your brush and add it in. And we can do some really cool finishing things with this as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and knock this out. It's going to be awesome. All right. Now, if you have a plain door, like this is cool that I am blessed to have a door that has, oh, Carrie looking to leave? We get to see Carrie's butt again. But Carrie's got a nice butt. We already determined that. Anybody who follows us here. Thank you, Carrie. Carrie helps us behind the scenes with the shipping. We would be lost without her. And so she was here tonight taking care of orders, and she's just taking off right now. So, yay, Carrie! So many of you got your tracking notices. So we're working on orders currently right now in less than the last 24 hours. But yeah. She knew I was going to paint this door, and she's like, well, how am I going to get out? I'm like, I don't know. Crawl through the bathroom window? I don't know. No, I was joking with her. Just messing with her, right? Look how nice this is already looking, guys. I cannot wait for you to see it. So if you want more like brown, okay, because what happens is when your colors touches, you get different shades. And so you get to experiment. So I'm going to go from like a really dark door that makes it feel like huge and humongous to a more of a driftwood style door. And I'm going to play up some black accents on it. And my door is actually going to look more expensive. It's going to look more wooden. It's going to look really more cooler. So I cannot positively wait for that, right? Do I need to get a new door? Heck no. But if you, I was going to say that if you love, like it's nice when you have a door that has some inlays. Listen, go to Lowe's. You can get these inlays all day long for like, depending on the size, from $3 and up. So it's not expensive at all. And then all you have to do is you can braid nail them, you know, put some glue and then braid nail them down. And then you go ahead and you have them on your door. And then you just paint over it, right? You could paint them or spray paint them black or paint them black before, just whatever the color of the door was before. So that way you have the, you know, it's going to match up. So when you leave pieces exposed, it's going to match up with the rest of the door versus seeing like a natural wood or something like that, right? They typically come in wooden or else white, like a white picture frame, to be quite honest with you. So, okay. Now that I've started and I can see my pattern of what I'm doing. So I'm going to do something here because this is what I say. I get started and then I see the pattern of where I'm going to go. So versus going a cross way on the door, because this door's got squares, right? What I want to do is make it look continuous. So I'm actually going to switch my pattern up because I feel after starting, while this is still wet, I can move those paintbrush strokes in a different direction, right? So now it's all coming down versus having anything going like, you know, sideways or anything like that as well. Yes, you can paint a metal door. I would do the very same process. I just buff it up and way to go. Absolutely. All right. So this is how I grew an inch over the last year. I painted 70 kitchen cabinet sets, okay? 70 kitchen cabinet sets. And while, yes, I have multiple step stools, I am still inclined to do this, all right? Because I am not going to the basement to find a step stool. So I went to my recent doctor's visit, my last one, and she was doing my, you know, when they do your biometrics when you start, and she's like, okay, honey, I see you're 5'5", and I'm like, I am 5'5", I'm 5'4". And she's like, no, you're 5'5". And I said, no, I've been 5'4" for quite some time. So she like took my measurements again, made me stand back on the, you know, the thing that you go in the doctor's office, they put on top of your head, so she could prove to me that I was 5'5". And the only thing I could think is that from all the stretching I've done, because I have not gone to get a step stool, maybe all the stretching just helped, right? So anyway, junk monkey paint, just stretch paint your door. Before you know it, you'll grow, right? There you go. One of the benefits. So what's everybody getting into tonight? What are you guys all up to? Okay, so what I'm going to do now is put a little bit more of my antique lace onto my plate, okay? Just a little bit. So I have the black going down with the antique lace and the brown, right? So I got a, you know, I've got the antique lace, which is the lightener. I've got the black, which is the darkener, and then I've got the brown. So the more of whatever color you put in with your third color is how it's going to sway it, right? So like if I put a lot of the antique lace or white with the black, I'm going to get a black and gray looking door. But because I mixed in some of my candy bar brown, I'm going to get a salvaged driftwood style door, which is what I want because it matches my sign outside, right? Hello from Texas. You did, Anna. Oh, that's terrific. Put them over in the paint projects page so we can all love on them. Everybody's been making signs. That's awesome. Signs, the bumper sticker of our lives, as I like to say. Everybody loves a good sign. So I've got the door open tonight, enjoying the sounds outside, the horns honking, all that good stuff. It's beautiful here in Ligonier. And it's so nice and quiet right now. I'm on a street with other businesses, but it looks like they're all closed up and gone home for the day. And like I said, I am that sick individual that just decides on a Friday night at like 7 o'clock to, you know, let's just paint the door because we can. Let's paint the door because we can. Now, that's going to look a little bit wet right now. That's because the paint's wet. But as it dries, you'll see it dry to a flat matte look, and it all dries and blends together. And so I'll be sure to give you a close-up view as soon as I'm done doing my thing here, right? Oh, you're going to, is that Mammoth Park you're going to, Diane? Or is that a different park? We have a Mammoth Park here locally. It has a giant slide that if you sit on saran wrap, you will go faster. Don't ask me how I know that. See, Matt was a bad influence on me. I married a Marine, and the next thing you know, I was a good girl. The next thing you know, I may or may not be bringing, I don't know, saran wrap of some sort to the park, okay? Thank you very, very much. So it's not done yet, but it's starting to look pretty darn fabulous, right? So, oh girls, we got so much fun to do with this door just yet. So you can stand back and see where you have your blends. It's hard sometimes when you're doing a piece that's so big, like in this case, a big door. You kind of like have to stand back and be like, okay, let's add a little bit over here. So I like to straighten my lines because remember, I'm trying to do the look where it just looks continuous so it doesn't feel blocky. Right. All right, let's start with there and see where we are. Gonna lighten this area right here. Woo, gotta keep that peak hole nice and clear. All right, let me see here. What else do we need? Like that over there. I can't wait to do some distressing on this door. It's gonna be amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right, let's put a little light over here. Reach for the stars. Oh, candy bar brown and black. I'm gonna tell you, if you're a painter, as a shabby painter, especially if you are somebody that gravitates towards like worn and time worn, everything that's worn, you know, and things age, you know, if you're talking about furniture and things like that, it typically gets, you know, like even like paper or anything that tarnishes, it goes black and brown and just goes darker, right? So have your browns and your blacks. We have one classic black called Black Velvet, and then we have one brown called Candy Bar Brown. It is perfect for, like, especially if you love salvaged, and just driftwood, you know, that sort of thing. It's a really nice, like, some browns can be like purpley and espresso. This is not. This is just a true brown, right? All right, let's go. I'm gonna bring you down so we can talk about the bottom. Down, down, down. I'm singing SpongeBob. Oh my, I've been traumatized. All right, let's see here. All right, let's see here. It was all black before, Catherine, and now it ain't no more. You can actually see the bottom of it, what it's starting to look like. All right, let's get this part down here done. Let's do it. All right, let's do it. Get into it. Somebody's listening to some car music. This is the place where I can sit with my door open and hear, like, I don't know, one moment it's Mariah Carey, one moment it's Michael Jackson, it could be the latest rap. It's pretty amazing to see and hear what people listen to. And it's hilarious because sometimes you see people and you would not expect them to listen to that style of music, and you look at it and you're like, oh my gosh, I would have never thought that person would have loved that kind of music. But, you know, so yeah. Oh, he's got some good bass too. Like, I am totally jealous of his bass right now. Dang, he's got some good thump sounds going on out there. Ooh, I likes it. What do you guys think so far? Give me hearts if you love it. Give me hearts if you love it. Feel free to ask any questions, and when I get done here, I'll take a break and come back and answer any questions that you might have, so you can grab me while I'm live and answer anything for you. So what I'm doing right now is putting a little bit of lightning right there that gives me all that sort of really cool look. But my plate is running out of some black, right? So I keep a little bit of black on my plate, but I don't do too much because black is a very overwhelming, dramatic color, right? And so, yeah, it's all about that base. Don't get me started. We want to sing that song. So again, pick up your casserole plate of love. You do. Yeah, I like a little bit of everything too, right? I do too. Well, thank you, Luana. If I can bottle my energy, I promise I will put it on the junkmonkeypaint.com site, girl, and send it to you, right? Wouldn't that be so funny? You know how you go like to stores and you get like, you know, I don't know, inside is a pill that will blah, 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 right? So one day I'll have a product at junkmonkeypaint.com and it'll say, this pill will give you Sonia's painting energy. On due cap, take one whiff and then paint your door on a Friday night before you go home from work because you will be crazy like that. How about that? That works pretty well, right? So let's do the blend, do the blend, do the blend. So when I'm doing a blend on a project, I try to stay on that project all at once. Like I said, your paint's blendable when it's wet. It blends very well together. But the moment it starts to dry, then you've lost the blending ability, and then it gives you more of a dry brush look. And so if you can like pick your project that you're going to do and then plan to stay with this part of the process, carry it through to the end, you're going to like it a whole lot better. Because once you stop, and right now I have my door open, so I'm also got the air from the outside, which is going to make my paint dry even faster. So, you know, keep it going. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. So I was working on a vlog earlier today for a YouTube channel. Tonight on the vlog, I give you a gallery tour of some canvas paintings I've been working on behind the scenes. I opened my Epsi bag, so you get to see what was in my July Epsi bag. That was always fun. It's always fun. I always say anything cute and pink and shiny that comes in your mail each month, that makes you happy, that's worth it, right? So that's up on the vlog tonight with a few other interesting things and announcements. So hopefully you guys are over there. I would love it if you would subscribe to our channel. Again, shabby chip brush is the key to this effect. Don't use your Klangon. Don't use any other brush. This is going to be the one that you're going to want. These are on our website as well. These brushes. And because our paints are all water-based, it's easy cleanup, so you don't have to worry if you get some on the floor. Just grab a Lysol wipe. That's what I use. Or, you know, if you have some, if you have soap and water that you can get to quickly, just use that for your cleanup. Let's add a little bit more brown in here. Connect the dots right here. Wait for the next steps. What do you guys think? Isn't that pretty cool? Yeah, I did too as well. I did too as well. About the slide closing down. Don't know what's going down with that. But I'm glad I got to experience it. When I first moved to the area here from Canada, of course Matt was like, we gotta take you to see the slide. It's like this big, big slide. I don't even know. Somebody local who's on here might be even how to tell you like how high it is, how big it is. But yeah, right? What do you guys think? Do you see it already? Like it's starting to look pretty darn awesome. I love it. And you know, it's amazing because this door, like when it was all black before, it was just heavy looking and plain, right? So I love dimension. Just like you get your hair done, you get highlights and lowlights. So when you do this technique, that's what you're really giving yourself, right? So you could go as dark as you want. I don't have a very big space here in my shop, right? So I don't want a black door that swings open and feels like it takes up half of the store when it actually swings open. By putting a lighter color on it, so if you ever have a space where you need some, you know, you don't want to fill it and you just, you know, really need to help make it feel wider and bigger and cleaner and more open, then going with a light color is where you're going to want to go, right? All right, let's see where we are right there. Guys, I'd love it if you would share this video. I'm giving away a $25 gift card to the Junk Monkey online at junkmonkeypaint.com, and I'm going to holler at a winner at the end of this video. That would be amazing if you would share it. Yay! Look at that. Starting to dry, starting to see the blend. Can you picture this on the top of a beautiful table in your kitchen, and then pick one of the colors that you used for it to paint the legs with? Or can you imagine a set of end stands? Or you want that driftwood look in your bedroom, and you just want 2 end stands, okay? So the 3 colors I use: black velvet, antique lace, and brown. So now this is, I like where this is at, right? It's light, it works for me really, really nice here. So it's still got a little bit of places to dry. So but I still have lots of stuff that I could work on. So I can go back and just do some small touch-ups. Remember, it's setting up, so you don't want to disturb it. But if there's any sort of like, I have my lines going from the top to the bottom. So if I see when I stand up, like, oh, I just feel like that line right there with my brush stroke was a little bit sideways or wonky, then just stand back and take a look at it, and then, you know, get like a big bird's eye view of it, right? So let's put a little bit right there. So I am loving that. Loving, loving, loving. Okay, let me just do a little bit of drying on this. Fix this right here. So if I'll give you an example. If I want this to look a little bit more even beachy, I could take a little bit of my white antique lace. Remember how I told you that when you dry brush, you get over our dry paint, you get a sort of a different look, right? Like you get like dry brush look versus a blend. So you can have a combo of that going on if you want. Just kind of like put it around if you feel like there's an area that just, you know, maybe you have too much brown in an area. Shake your brush over it, shake your tail feather, put a little bit right there. All right, so we're gonna let this dry. So this is just the beginning, right? Already. So what I can do right now, this is just coming off with my fingernail. Get a Lysol wipe, and anything that I have on the door handle, it'll come right off. Lysol wipes are a junk monkey painter's friend. Just go get like whatever brand. Go get like the 99-cent economic. Everybody's outside just like passing by in cars like, what the heck is she doing over there? Yes, you can totally do this on metal, on wood. You can do this on glass. I would not hesitate to do any of those. Any of those at all. I'm going to dry some pieces that I can still see that's just a little bit wet. I'm using my heat gun. If you want the same one I have, if you go to our website at jugmonkeypaint.com, I have a little section called Sonia's Favorite Things, okay? And I share my list of favorite things with my friends. You guys can go check it out, and it's through Amazon, so you can Amazon Prime it. So if you're like me, and you need some instant gratification, and you don't want to go to the store and look through brands and wonder if they have it or if they don't have it, just Amazon Prime it. Like, what would we do without Amazon Prime, okay? So I am, can I say, freaking loving that, all right? That's the truth. All right, sand pad, all right? So here we go. Now remember, under all this voluptuous gorgeousness of antique lace, black velvet, and a candy bar brown is that black door originally. So if you truly wanted to get this look with the black as well, you could always paint your door black as well with the all over, like if it's some crazy color right now. Honestly, if this door was turquoise, I would still love it. I would still play out black with it and go with turquoise, okay? So, but now what we're gonna do, this is the fun part. You guys laughing over there? What are you laughing over there? Huh? Huh? Hey, Maggie. All right. Oh, my Lord, have mercy. All right, we uncovered treasure. So I am, you know how I said this door has been painted before? I'm sanding, and the more I sand, I can see paint colors that this door was, right? And I want that. I want to bring that out. I am not afraid of somebody else's, you know, paint that was under here. And I'll bring it up close so you can see it in a moment. But apparently, below this black, at some point, this door was green. And you know how I said if this door was turquoise, I would love it? It's like almost like a greeny kind of turquoise color. So I'll show it to you when we come up close, right? So this is like treasure, okay? So I'm going to bring some of that green, some of that black through because I'm willing to make use of that. Somebody else has done that undercoat layer. Any anytime you have doors that has this, or even a piece of furniture that has some detail on it, play it up. Like I'm going to go not only on the outside, but I'm going to take that inside edge as well and go with it, because it'll really start bringing out that, right? It's going to be gorgeous. It's going to be gorgeous. I'm going to go a little bit heavier with my distressing. So I start it lighter, I look at it, I'm like, yeah, I really want that to pop, right? All right, let's see if I can come in a little bit closer with you. A little bit closer. Don't be shy. All right. Let me bring my big honking light in here with me. There we go. There we go. Oh, you should totally do it. Yes. So this is what I call like a driftwood look, okay? So now keep doing the sides and the edges. Medium grit sand pad. Really rough it up. I haven't even done anything in here yet. Let's rip some paint in here. Let's give me a nice smooth. So you just think, I just painted this. I just let it dry. Most of it was air dry. I've got a brand new grit sand pad, pushing it with all my might. So if you've painted your doors and you don't want distressing, and yeah, friends shouldn't come over and do this to your new door, right? But if somebody is out there, or if something happens and you wonder how durable is it, a brand new paint job with a brand new sand pad, and I have to push to make it happen, right? Yeah, I love that, right? Love that right there. So if I was doing this and you were like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize the person underneath it painted a door a different color and I don't want that color, just hit that section again. The paint will stick to the last part that you put on, right? And just hit reset and be like, okay, I don't want to go down that far, okay? Or, you know how I cheat and tell you guys how to do the eyeliner effect, which I'm going to do here in just a bit. That's also a great way to avoid distressing down to a color that you don't want to expose when you want it to be black underneath. All right, let's make some of these little, and it looks like these were actually put on this door, meaning that like it wasn't a door. Oh yeah, oh yeah, look at that, guys. You see that starting to happen up there? Oh yeah, it's starting to happen. All right, I'm gonna change up to a new sand pad so it won't be so much work. I'm gonna distress the edges. Turning my block on the side to create some up and down distress marks. So you don't always have to keep your sand block flat. Turn it to the side if you want a little bit of pressure and you want to create some distress marks that go with the flow of your door. Thank you for sharing this video, guys. Appreciate the love. It's because you do that that I get to come on and keep sharing with you guys techniques and all kinds of funness. All right, so let's do some more distressing. So for those of you who don't know, there's a difference between distressing and antiquing, okay? Distressing is when you rip back to show wood or paint and you rip it back, okay? But when you antique, you're adding something like a glaze or a darkened wax on top of something and you're antiquing it and making it look like, I always say, like you're looking at it with a pair of sunglasses or something like that, right? Yes, 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 yes. Put some paint on that door. So right now I'm distressing, which means taking it off. But yeah, this is why I say the chalky style paint is the muscles. I don't even know what kind of paint is on this door. I'm guessing an oil base of some sort. I buffed it up just a little bit. You can still see, whew, that's a lot of work, right? It's gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna put my sand block on the side, try to get a few more marks up there. Do you see that? Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. You know what this would be super cool on is a set of French doors. Who has a set of French doors in their house that would be like, I want to make them look so old and just really like time worn, that sort of thing? This would be a beautiful, you know, even if you put some grays in it, if you ever want to make like a door look more of like a gray, like in terms of the, Catherine, I appreciate the love. Thank you so much. And thank you, Connie. So if you ever want to make it look like stone, use your grays, okay? Now a great gray to use if you want to do that, a great gray would be if you use, like for example, smoky coal. You could even put some smoky coal in here because smoky coal is a brown gray, so it will go so nice with that, okay? All right, I'm gonna push it back as well. Let me see if I can bring it down here. Because we've got to do the bottom. And this is one big honking door. Though I gotta tell you, he's starting to feel like modest normal size now that I've put a lighter paint onto him. Notice how I'm calling him him? Anybody else out there like call their stuff, you know, like him or her? I don't know why in my mind it's a him. I have no idea. Yes. Oh, do it, girl. Plain old white? You need some color. I would totally put some color on that. All right. Let's see. I think we're good. You see the bottom down there? All right, let's go ahead and put a little bit on the bottom as well. It is so nice. It's really cooled down now, so it's like I'm feeling the wind coming in through the door. You know, that nice summer evening breeze. Painting and feeling the breeze, listening to the birds chirp, seeing everybody go by, looking at me like, what the heck is that crazy woman doing over there? This is a great way too. If you ever have a door where you're like, you know, I would love, you know, to be able to have a door, put as much distressing as you want in it. I mean, honestly, Mother Nature and just life in general, I don't care if you got brand new furniture, stuff is going to happen, chips and dents and dings. It's just a matter of life. But if you do a door and you're open to having some sort of distressing or a worn look, it will actually make you happier because you don't have to feel like you have to keep it in perfect condition. So this door is open and closed a lot because I get so many people through my store doors, right? Kids, everything. And so for me as a shabby painter, it's going to fit really nice. But think about that as well when you're painting and know that if you love a time worn, now you don't have to go so distressed as I am, but just know that if you have a time worn love, then you can totally do that, right? And let's be honest, if I painted this door and I hated it, which I don't, all I'd have to do is grab some black velvet and paint all over the top of this again and it's done. So it's a win-win situation, right? It is a win-win situation. So just like my brush strokes go from the top to the bottom, I'm also working my sand pad to go with the same flow as well. Make sense? Yep. Oh yeah, you could highlight with some white. You could do all kinds of fun stuff. So I'm not done with this place yet. Yep. Put your turquoises. Heck, you could do blues. You could do Bahama Jade. Would be gorgeous. Don't tempt me. See those? You see that look I just got? Yeah, that's what happens. You guys give me ideas, right? Kelly, I'm from Lassie, Newfoundland. Canada's youngest province. When you go to Nova Scotia, you take another 8-hour ferry ride, 7 to 8 hour ferry ride, depending on the conditions, over to the island. And above it, I guess the next island out would be Greenland. It's up there. It's way up there. Go back and get a full view again here. All right. Whew. Man. Yeah, you have one? Oh, do it. Okay. So here's a couple ideas. Because this is going to be a door, I mean, right now, if this was an interior door, I could go ahead, use my turquoise. It's going to be gorgeous. I agree, Lisa. I agree. I might go get me some I think some black, some turquoise, and a little bit of white to highlight would bring this piece amazing. So the options would be to do that, which I think I'm going to do. I'm going to go grab my paint. The next options would be, like, if this was inside, I could totally seal with Monkey Shine, and I could darken my wax and really make these panels pop, right? Because now I've added a little extra, like, this is where the dirt will settle. The reason why I'm not going to do wax is because it is an exterior door, right? So I am going to use our new our top coat called Banana Peel to seal it when I'm ready to seal it. But I'm not just ready just yet. So I could use our black glaze and do that. All I would do is brush it into the sections in here and then take my rag and basically take it out, and it'll leave a nice little shadow in here. So I could do that. I could also basically take my brush if I wanted to, since I think I am, only because I am planning to, I think we're gonna go with it. Let's put some white and some turquoise on here, okay? Thank you very much. Mermaid tail will be beautiful. All right, let's go ahead back into the black velvet, because that was one of the colors that we used on that tray. And let's start putting a little bit of shading on here, okay? A little bit of shading. The smoky eye effect, you know what I'm saying? Smoky eye. Helen Matt was in the Marine Corps. I was a reporter. I was covering the job of a military exercise in Canada, and we met, and the rest is history. Yes. Well, there's a whole lot in between there. But yeah, that's the true story of how it happened. Yep, absolutely. There's a really cool story about the whole thing. I'll get into it. Not tonight, but I will get into it. And maybe another night on here. You know. Alright, so I'm going to just take my brush now. Shabby chip brush. Black velvet paint. Yep, I'm going to do turquoise. I hear you, girl. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to basically, like, I want to offload as much as I possibly can. And then I'm going to go ahead and just use my brush to put it into these squares, rectangles. Sonia, you know they're rectangles. And just take my time, dance my brush around, and darken the insides, right? Because what it's going to do is really make these pop a little bit more. And I think that would be so cool. Yep, I think we should do it. Taylor, do it, Paula. Love it, love it, love it. Love it, love it, love it. So wake up tomorrow and paint your front door. Get it done, and you'll feel so good. Seriously. This is like, you know, I feel myself, like when I do something around my house, that I feel like, oh, that's so nice. It just makes you feel so good and satisfied. That's one of the joys of life when you do it yourself. But, you know, you put just a new plant of flowers outside, or you paint a planter, and you pair it with your new door, your new old door. It makes you feel so good, you know? And the fact that you didn't have to go and put a new door on, and honestly, then you know what? You could have a different door color every single season if you really wanted to, right? No, you're not going to see that up here, right? Let's see. Because I just junk monkey over the last. And when you do poly it, the paint's just going to stick to the poly. So when you're ready to go, you know, if you need to do a touch-up, or if you're just ready to go ahead and, you know, paint it again a different colors. If you want a turquoise, paint a turquoise. Paint it all turquoise. Turquoise and black would be beautiful too. So just doing some shading inside. Now let's work on the bottom just a little bit down here. Now we're listening to country music. Can you guys hear that? Do you guys have a favorite kind of music? I'm a little bit of like, I could listen to anything. Honestly, I think I could. Ooh, that is nice. I do like that. All right, so we've got lots of black on, right? Lots of the black. So what I was saying earlier is if you have a door and it's like, say I wanted to hide that, just as an example, I could go over it like, and I want it like to make it look like it had black underneath it, but really it was green. Just put your brush on an edge and catch it, and basically go ahead and, you know, pull it down. Got a lot lot of black, so I don't want to put too much more onto it. Now we need to give it some accent colors, right? So in your mind, you could think about, right now we have, you know, we have like it's looking kind of neutral right now, right? So let's put some color onto it. So I'm going to add in, I think I'm going to add in some Bahama Jade and some white. So I could go ahead and use the antique lace if I want, which honestly, I might even do that, only because I have the antique lace already in here. So let's go ahead and use that. So antique lace. Uh-oh. Spillage. Let's go ahead and grab our brush inside of here. Yes, Chris, yep, you can do this with a metal door. Just do what I did at the beginning, which is what I just buffed it with a sand pad, that's all. Let me get a brush. So when I'm doing edging, these are the brushes that you get in our store. When I'm doing edging, I just like to start with a fresh one because it's like, you know, for me, if I'm using a brush that I use over and over again, do you see how the bristles really start to spread out? Whereas when you start with a nice one, it's nice like they're all together. So if I'm going to do this eyeliner effect, I like to start with a nice new brush because I can control it more and get those nice lines that I look for, right? Really? Oh my gosh, Sandra. It's crazy. All right, let's go ahead. Add a little bit of the antique lace. I don't know what that was that just went by. No idea. No idea. Love it. Let's just drag it. Drag it like it's hot. Oh yeah. You already see that coming to life? Yes, my friend. Yes, my friend. People are going to walk in my store tomorrow and be like, did you change something? What looks different in here? Ooh, I don't know. Oh, you see already it's starting to pop. Totally different, right? Yay, Sandy, I'm so glad you joined us here at the Junk Monkey, where we flip, go bananas, having fun with paint, not breaking the bank. Store definitely has some character. See, the thing is that this was like all blend in. It was all like blended together because it was all completely black. It had no detail, yet it had these beautiful inlays and there was nothing there to really show it off, right? So I would also do the edges of my doors. Don't forget that, to kind of like frame it all out. See here. What? Yeah, you're right. Yep, it should be a she if we're putting eyeliner on her. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe because it was like a boy color, a masculine color before. And now it's looking all pretty. Yes. So, you know, it's like a cat. We have a cat. His name is Stanley. And I will say all the time, like, oh, doesn't she look so cute? Matt's like, it's a boy. It's a boy! I know, but I don't know what it is, but cats are feminine, so I think like it's a her. The cat is not amused. Let me just tell you, the cat is not amused. Oh yeah, pretty cool, right? Pretty darn cool. So remember, we've got the inside here as well, which we can give some a little bit of white to, because it's like a double, right? So it shows that it has that totally like depth to it, right? It kicks in. Let me do the bottom down here. I'm digging it. What do you guys think? I like that. I really, really like that. I like it. Let's add a little bit more white shading now. Get a little bit more. Get a little bit more. White onto here. So I'm just taking my brush, adding a little bit of white, just so it doesn't look like the only white is just on these edges, right? So I just kind of want to make it feel balanced, but it's just enough white where it looks like it's part of the paint, right? Thank you, Donna. I'm glad you love it. Heck, if you just want your door all one color, just paint it all one color. For me, I like to have some distressing and some fun with it, and I'm just a shabby lover. Shabby vintage lover. Adding some white into it. Can you see down here? I think we can. Oh my gosh, I'm getting a whiff of something that smells like fried food. What is that wonderful smell? Somebody's making something good. So again, just a little bit. This will be beautiful. If you want a driftwood dresser, oh my gosh, this would be a beautiful look. And if you have turquoise as an accent in your space, doing something like that would be gorgeous. All right, shake a little bit of the white a little bit more intensely off of our brushes. Imagine if the sun was hitting this, it would fill up the corners. Just to kind of like make it feel like it has some dimension to it. But notice that I'm not refilling my brush with white because I want the white to be a lightener and not to be like totally crazy, right? Lighten up around the handle just a little bit. Over here. If you ever put too much, just kind of like shake it off. I'm just going with what's on my brush right now. So now I don't feel like the white is just in here, right? It's got like, you can see the white through it, right? All right. Who says it's ready for Bahama Jade? A little bit of turquoise. A little bit of craziness. A little bit of color. Color never harmed anybody. Again, going up and down with my brush because that is where, because the way I've painted this is all in the up and down direction. All right, I think I'm pretty happy with that. All right, let me grab right behind me on our giant wall of paint, Bahama Jade. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. Okay, I'll show you what color Bahama Jade is. It's gorgeous. That's all you need to know. My God, that door looks amazing. To walk away and come up to it. Oh yeah, I'll show you like in a far off so you can really see it too. Bahama Jade, Bahama Jade. Can you see it? What do you think on here? Yeah? Yeah. I think that would be amazing. Junk Monkey door should totally have some Bahama Jade. All right, let's go ahead and open this. Okay. So let me open this. You're wearing Sweet Sunset today. Oh my gosh. Yeah, layering paint is so fun, right? So there's so many ways that you can do it. You can distress an antique and have one color, two colors, but to bring up multiple colors together, it's pretty cool. But, you know, you could go as crazy as you want with this and, you know, play up fun colors. Like, look at that, look at that, look at that. All right, so I got my Bahama Jade. Let me put it down here so I don't waste my entire big can. So then remember, what I teach you guys, when you're starting to do your eyeliner effect, go grab a new brush, okay? You're gonna like yourself a whole lot better if you do, versus using one that looks like, psh. That's great for painting the door and getting that shabby effect. But when you wanna be a little bit more controlled, start fresh And all you have to do is just wash them after. You can hang them up if you want. You know what's really great for hanging them up? If you have, my last shop, I had this, okay? And so what I did was, I had, you know the hangers that you get, like at Walmart and stuff, to hang your dish towels on. There's usually like 3 arms, and you'd hang your towel over and they fling open. That is perfect, my friend, for having installed in like above your deep sink, or, you know, in your workspace, if you have a sink, if you're, you know, blessed enough to have one, where you can just like hang these, and you have 3, you know, you could have like certain brushes on one. It's amazing. Yeah, love it. All right, so let's go ahead and put this brush into the Bahama Jade and go at it. Can you see it? Can you see it? All right, so this is purely accent color. Purely accent color. Say it with me. Purely accent color. Dang. And I love me some Bahama Jade. Look at that. Can you see that? You just wait. You just wait. It's going to be amazing. Don't forget the inside as well. Just to add a little bit in there. I hear fireworks. My dogs were all worried this week with the fireworks. Anybody else have animals that get a little bit nervous? With the little dogs that we have, when they hear big noises like them, it's like, it's bigger than me. So they sit outside of the living room because they're not allowed in the living room. And so, but they'll come right to the very edge and they'll sit as if like, please come get me, give me lovin's because I'm scared. So you can't help but feel bad, like, oh, you're gonna be fine, right? Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Cece. Thanks for sharing, guys, as well. I am giving away a $25 gift certificate to go online so you guys can put it towards something that you want to get there for somebody who shares this video. And when I'm done, somebody who hung out with me is kind enough to share it, chat it with me, stuck with me on a Friday night. They say the mild bunch. All right. This is a good workout too. You get your squats in, right? I say I have a sickness. I can't help it. This is truly fun to me. This is truly fun to me. All right, just make sure you bring it around. What do you think of that? What do you think of that? Let's do the same thing that we did with our white, but just very gently. Because this is an accent color, and we do not want it to overtake the door. We want it to be just enough, like that little pop of color on your lid. You don't want the whole color going down, right? Then you start to look like a clown. I love it. I love it. I love it. Cool, cool, cool. Guys, I think that's pretty awesome. If I wanted to, I could also not only do the inside, but the outsides here if I want to bring a little bit even more darkening to them. Can you see that? Like this starts to pop out because now you've got darkness here, darkness up here, and down in there. So you can keep adding your layers. Just do it in the same color family. That's all. I'm just going to put one line right here. I always say if you bring in too many colors, it starts to look like a clown, right? All right. I am loving that. Like, it's gorgeous. I'm just so happy with that, right? And it's all dried right now. It's completely dry. So you know what that means? I can totally poly it. I could push it and poly it now if I want. I could totally do that. I'm going to tell you that if you're going to poly something, give it 24 hours though. I will tell you. Because what happens is wood is porous and it sucks in, right? So you get that dry on the top, but behind the scenes, it's still pulling into it, okay? So, yes. You said if you put too much color, it would look like a clown. This is true. This is true, Maggie. So, see, now I lost what I was going to say. What was I going to say? What was I going to say? You got your stencils in from Walmart? Good for you. That's awesome. They've stepped up their game, right? Yeah, it brings it all together. So I'm going to tell you, whether you realize it or not, that what happens is this is all dry. I haven't even taken out my heat gun or anything. That's how quickly this dries, okay? And it's on there to the point where I can take a sand pad and it's on there, right? And I haven't even dried it. So I can poly this now, but beware that even though it's dry to the touch, wood is porous, right? Its glass is porous. It pulls itself in. So while it's dry to the touch right now, sometimes a lot of you guys run into the issue of you poly so quick that what happens is the dry to the touch, you think we're good to go, but it hasn't had the chance to put the roots into the wood, okay? So you actually can have better success when you give your piece 24 hours to poly, because it has a chance to really saturate and suck in, okay? Because sometimes, yes, sometimes your paint is only dry on the top and it hasn't finished going all the way. And what happens is you put poly on it so quickly, and maybe you have too much on your brush, or you went at it a little bit too quickly, and it reactivates your paint, because even though you're like, why is my paint coming off? Because it hasn't had a chance to fully attach to it, right? And so it takes some time. If you're gonna poly, so somebody said, can you poly over monkey shine? So monkey shine is our wax, banana peel is our top coat, right? Our poly water-based top coat. So you want to pick one or the other. And so you want to go with the wax for projects that you know are not going to get a lot of use. Something like a door, a tabletop, maybe it's not just a stand that looks nice as an accent table, maybe it's an actual stand that gets used. Then you're going to want to poly that, right? So just kind of make your judgment. If you have a piece that you have monkey shined over and you've waxed over and it's been a while and you're like, maybe I do want to put some extra, a protective finish onto it, what I would do is buff off. Make sure that, that monkey shine is not on there fresh, because it's rich and just really hydrating. But if you've gone a period of time where you feel all the monkey shine is really like absorbed into your piece, yes, you can then take a sand pad, just kind of like we did with the door. You're buffing it up and then put your sealer over the top of that, your poly. But I would only encourage you to do that like way down the road when you're like, last time I did that, I did that, I don't know, last year. Now this time I want to freshen it up. So just make your decision before you put your finish on, because if you go with the monkey shine, you're not going to want to be the next day going, I'm going to poly over it, right? So just kind of like, just take a moment, take a step back, post in Jug Monkey Paint Projects and be like, if you were me, what would you seal with? And this is what happens. The kids eat on it. I got little ones. I got grown-ups in the house. Whatever. It all kinds of depends. Maggie, you know what I need on this piece? Can I tell you? You know what I need? I need a nice wreath. I need a nice wreath, okay? What do you think? Yeah? You like it? I'll turn it around so you guys can see it here in just a second as well. So I love it. I love it. All right, I think I should call it a winner. What do you guys think? You think I should call out a winner? Somebody who's been patiently waiting to see if they're lucky enough to win something at the Junk Monkey? All right. It's driftwood. I could totally put up something like this with it, right? You know what I mean? I could totally do that. Matt might not like it, but I could totally do it. So this week we're gonna go find a nice wreath for the door. I've got a really cool cotton ball wreath a cotton stem wreath that I really, really like, but I almost might need something because it's an exterior door, even though it has this one right here on it. A lot of times this one is left open, so I have to figure out something, right? You are so welcome. I hope it inspires you to do whatever you want. Like, look how cool that brown looks with the Bahama Jade. It kind of reminds me of like that tarnished look that you get when things start to oxidize, and looks really cool, right? So easy. So easy. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys somebody out there. Thank you, Amy. Hopefully you will go and try it. No more Blair Witch, right? I might have to layer the Blair Witch with something. What do you guys think? So here's where I do the hokey pokey. I go up, down, all around the lucky finger, and just pick somebody. Pick somebody. Pick somebody. All right, let me see here. I don't know where you live, whoever I'm gonna pick. All right, I'm not sure where this person lives. So, but that's okay. I'm gonna give you an online code. So whether you're in Canada or the US, you can shop from the Canada collection or the entire collection that ships within the border. Sandy, is it Galbraith? Galbraith. Sandy. Sandy girl. Sandy Simpkins Galbraith. If you are on here with me, you are today's lucky winner, chicken dinner. So all you had to do is send me an email before midnight tonight. Did you hear that bell? That's what happens. You turn into a pumpkin. So make sure you message me at junkmonkeypaint@gmail.com. Winner in the subject, and do it before midnight tonight Eastern Standard Time, okay? Share the Mild Bunch. We need our hashtag the banana bunch, okay? That's what we need to do on here, the banana bunch. Because we're all bananas. It's just that some people hide it better than others, right? But at the end of the day, we're all bananas. And I love you anyhow, right? You can be bananas. Yay! Yes, 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 yes. Nita, there's always next time. There's always next time. All right, so I'm going to pull this back so you guys can see a full view of the door. I also wanted to remind you that for the $5 off the banana peel, which is the brand new, what did I do with mine? The brand new can of top coat that we have in, and it's a matte, okay? So most of you guys who follow me on here, I always tell you that if you want to, paint something that you've already made old, don't do it in a shine. This is a nice finish. Like, I call it a matte finish. I think you're going to love it. A lot of you guys, some of you guys have been buying it in the last 24 hours that's available. Can't wait to see all your pictures come in. But why would I put a shine on something that I'm trying to really make it look old, right? So think about that, right? Think about that. So for your $5 off coupon, just make sure you use Banana Peel 5 at junkmonkeypaint.com and grab it, okay? So the other cool thing is that when I get done here, I'm going to finish my vlog up on YouTube. So if you want more fix of me behind the scenes today, open up my Epsi bag and showing you something new that's on our website that happened like in the middle of the night last night that you guys don't even know that it happened. So I want to make sure you go over to YouTube, just search Junk Monkey Paint Company, hit subscribe, and give me probably 15 to 20 minutes and that video will be available over there. Right? Sound good? Yay, Roxanne! That's what it's all about. Dee Dee, girl, go to YouTube, watch the video tonight. And I show you all the canvas paintings I've been painting behind the scene as well. And so, you know, what goes through my brain when I paint? You get to be in my brain a little bit. All right, so I think that's it. I'm going to log off for the night, shut everything down. Tomorrow, I will come back on, and we're going to banana peel this door, okay? We're going to give it that beautiful, rich, matte top coat, and I'm going to take my own tip that I've shared with you guys, which is give it a rest, give it 24 hours, let this door do its job, so when I poly tomorrow, that paint is on there like Mr. Pickles. He doesn't have claws, but he's got strong fingertips, right? And he's going to be on there. Yay! All right, sounds good, my friends. But you guys all take care. I love hanging out with you guys. Tomorrow we'll finish this off. Oh, I was going to show you, right? Let me see here. Let me see here. All right. Can you see it? Sometimes this view, oops, no, it's not going to let me. It's going to tell me I have to go this way. All right. All right, Facebook. Facebook wants me to show you in this view. Can you see it? Can you see it? Oh, that's a good idea. We should look at it with the door shut. Okay, let's take a look. Just don't lock myself out. This would be bad if I locked myself out, right? It's already dark out here tonight. Can you see it? So I love it. Let me come down my stairs a little bit. All right, can you see it? It's like all dark and the moon's gonna come out soon. But you see how I did the blend on my sign here? So, there you go. We go a little crazy with the Bahama Jade. I might put Bahama Jade on my sign too. We'll see. It's gonna be cool. It looks good with the black as well, right? I'm liking it. I'm loving it. So tomorrow I'll take a nice side-by-side photo as well in the sunshine. So now the question is, yeah, I can totally see French doors done like this as well. Like, how beautiful. And here's the other cool stuff. What was I gonna tell you? What's my other cool thing? I know there was some other cool thing. Oh yeah, I know what it was. I haven't put the banana peel on it just yet, right? So, and I can paint the edge too if I want. I'll show you the backside. That's the whole surprise in the backside. But when I put the banana peel on it, remember, it's gonna even make my colors pop, okay? So tune in tomorrow where we banana peel it. We make and sharpen these colors, and it's a whole other, it's like when you put monkey shine. You know what I'm talking about? You put monkey shine on a project and you're like, va-va-va-voom. So we're gonna do that tomorrow. So make sure you join me. I'll probably try to go live tomorrow, maybe like around noontime or something like that. I do need a monkey door knocker. All right, I gotta share with you guys something funny. Something funny. You ready? Look, I had little kids in my shop today painting. So we know what's going down over here, right? We got this gorgeous design. Who remembers when we did this design, right? Because nothing, it's like Alice in Wonderland here. But do you see how this door looks bigger on the back side because of this design and the black that's in it? But when you flip it around to the front, it like does not look as big, but it's the same door, right? That's an example of how color can make such a big impact. All right, my friends, I will see you tomorrow. Be here, be square. Go on YouTube. I'll see you over there later. Take care. Bye.